The scale of the destruction across La Guaira is numbing. Two massive earthquakes a few seconds apart have left a bustling coastal town in ruins. Any country in the world would struggle to know where to start with responding to such a brutal disaster. But from all accounts, the Venezuelan government has failed to do even the bare minimum. By the side of a main road at this wreckage of a 12-story government-owned building, heavy machines are now involved in the operation. But for the first 2 days, it was just locals trying to do what a government should have been doing. Even now, most of the people here are not professionals. They're volunteers or families searching for their loved ones. Primo. Rafael Gomez tells us he's here looking for his cousin. Digging through the concrete blocks is a painstaking process.
You can see that rescue efforts are going on here with full intensity with whatever equipment is available. That's because yesterday they managed to pull out a few people from under this rubble alive. About an hour ago they heard a dog barking and they were able to pull the dog out. Just as we were walking here, they'd asked for pin drop silence, so everybody kept quiet because they were trying to listen to see if they could hear human voices from underneath. Now some people have told us that they believe they could hear some voices, and that's why now they've resumed this operation in full strength, hoping that they might still find somebody alive.
We saw this happen a few times. Every time they drilled through a layer of concrete, the street was asked to go silent. Rescuers clambered down into the gap, looking for survivors, listening hard. After a few minutes, work resumed. And as they peeled away the debris, the smell of dead bodies here became stronger. Huddled in a corner are families of those who were in the building when it collapsed. Claudio Cedeño's wife, Clara, is under the rubble. Miguel Oscar Núñez is comforted by a friend. His only child, 34-year-old son Angel, lived in the building.
I am here because my son is under the rubble. Like my son, there are hundreds of others trapped here. We need more support from authorities because what's being done just isn't enough. It's possible that the earthquake hasn't killed my son, but negligence will, of not getting help in time.
Further north, the devastation looms ominously.
We were driving down this road and we came across these two tall buildings which completely collapsed. People who live here tell us that they were 16 stories high. They estimate that hundreds of people would have died in there, but there are no official numbers as of now. These are people who live here, by the way. You can see that they're repairing or trying to salvage, trying to clear the debris of their homes. And they've been telling us that the earthquake occurred on Wednesday, but the first official rescue teams only came here on Friday. They were firemen who didn't have enough machinery to try to pull people out. And so they've described how they were hearing screams and shouts from people who were trapped inside. And in one case, they actually clambered up, and locals here were able to pull one woman out alive. You could see the lady's hand. So you were able to pull her out?
Juan Avendano showed me a video of how they spotted a woman who was trapped under the rubble. In the video, you can see him handing her a bottle of water. "Are you able to hold it? Speak to me, my dear," he says. She replies that she's got it and can open the bottle.
The first few days, there was no help from the government. The desperation was overwhelming because we could hear people screaming and there wasn't enough support, either equipment or rescuers. If we'd had both, maybe we could have saved more lives.
On the mountain of rubble, we saw people digging with basic tools and their bare hands. William Rodriguez was looking for a loved one. "I'm here because I want to find my uncle, and I'm not alone. The stench here is unbearable, but we can't sit idly as long as there is a possibility that there might be survivors under the rubble, he told us. Nearby, we met Elizabeth Herrera, who's desperate for help to search for her two daughters, teenagers Grey Belize and Grey Belize. She says they're quiet, studious girls.
They are all I have. I just want to find them at any cost. There were no machines or rescue sent. It's like you've been left on your own to search for your loved ones.
Outside the hospitals, walls are slowly filling up with pictures of the missing. Families, neighbours, friends crowd around a list of those admitted in the hospital, hoping to find a loved one. Yerinker Bermudez has come here looking for his friends. Anger at his government spilling out as he speaks.
The police and government didn't help us. We pulled the bodies and survivors out ourselves, along with neighbors and volunteers. We dug through the rubble with our bare hands.
In a single family, we find a story of survival and of extreme loss. 12-year-old Angel Paredes was dug out from under the debris of his home after more than 36 hours. But his baby siblings and his father died.
And your husband's name?
His mother Ruth showed us a photo of 3-year-old Alexander with her husband Raimar.
She lost 2 sons, right? He was 3.
My little son was alive, but the rescuers came too late, and they didn't have the machines that could have dug him out faster. He died next to his father, she said. I'm very close to my family. I love my younger siblings so much, said Angel. Who's now been discharged but does not have a home to go back to. Tens of thousands are in a similar situation, and with more than 500 aftershocks occurring since the earthquakes, even many of those whose homes are still standing are too scared to sleep indoors. Trauma and anger are everywhere.